next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Broncos in this one. Their run game has proven superior so far this season, but that could change this week because now they face the best defensive front in the NFL. It won't be easy for them, Charles, to let that ground game do the heavy lifting like they usually do.
I think you're right about that, and I'll guarantee they have a backup plan in place. I also don't think they want to shy away from what they do best, which is running the football. Maybe their style changes a little bit. Maybe the blocking scheme's different, but they're definitely going to test them in the run game before they abandon it.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
But, man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles. They're good. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Smith red. Black one, blue check.
They'll go with the option, coming right. And right away, he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got a play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
The Lions at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
On second down, Hilton, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy play.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
And Lance again going to keep it.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Lance
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now Lance.
Flush to his right, and he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we're never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
That's pulled in at the 32. Ooh, with a juke. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They're going to look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Lance now to throw.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
Ready?
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Lance.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
To throw, it's Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's
now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without development.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance finding Williams once more. Complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll spot Lashley open, left side complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a handoff up the middle. Hilton. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Garibay on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Rolling to his left. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Up the middle they go. Hilton. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hilton. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Lance. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And Detroit back in possession of the football. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, That is never a good sign, but it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Opposite, 3. Smith red. Black one. Blue check. Check white.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Lance now on first down. And he's got Booker. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on first down is Lance. Here's Booker on the catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. To throw again on second down. Lance. And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting. He's got a man, complete. 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Shotgun now for Lance. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lance. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down and 4, Lance. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. And now here's another interception. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down now, Hilton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest